It's time. At quarterback, Ben DiNucci.
I'm just kidding. Wait, don't show the offense. Hold on, hold on. First of all, the very important practice squad. Very important. Secondly, extremely important special teams. AMD, it's time. Next off, the defense, which I'm sorry, there's no Jesse Bates. He wasn't a free agent. I probably gotta turn that down. You know what? I'll turn it off. I'll turn that off. We got the gist. Football music, Mullet's birthday. Alright. What did I do in here? Because I couldn't add Jesse Bates. I did sign Marcus Davenport from the Saints. Ben DiNucci, what else could I need? Yes, he'll be a very important fourth string quarterback on our practice squad this year. Did I really do anything else? I mean, Dante Fowler's here as depth. I drafted some linebackers, but they're behind. I like Troy Anderson still, so I'm going to start him. Brought Deion Jones back. The return of Deion Jones. That's exactly what I was talking about. And I did not trade everyone like I was joking about. I did not trade Grady Jarrett, obviously. Didn't trade anyone that I said. Yeah, I hope he goes up in Dev. I'd like to see him get to star Dev, and then hopefully Papo and Henley can maybe become starters. I'm not sure if Walker's going to stick around. And I think Jones is like 20... I want to say 28, but he might be 29 by now. We have your stuff in the janitor's closet. Yeah, bringing back his old jerseys. That's all you get. Jordan Phillips, Linval Joseph, Graham. We moved to a 4-3, by the way, because I just like 4-3 defense more. Careful, you call old skilled. I'm turning 30 today. Yeah. In football terms. In real life terms, that's still very young. Extremely. You got your first third of life. You got 60 plus more years, Mullet. 60 plus. And then to the offense we go. The actual return of Julio at 34. Very young. Very young in real life terms. He's here. Of course, Drake London. And also, Mecole Hardman is here. Quite fast. Quite a good slot option. Your Walker and hearing aid are in the janitor's closet. All his old man stuff is with Deion Jones's jerseys. I had to bring in some new running backs too because of Patterson retiring. So we still have Algier, but brought in Jamal Williams and Damian Harris, as well as Darrell Henderson for depth. Heineke did also come in as the backup. And that was the one real move I made, I think. Gonna go with Ridder. Irv Smith, backup tight end, he's fine. Didn't trade Kyle Pitts, that was a joke. Rearranged the O-line a little bit. I know Lindstrom at guard, yeah, but I like having my best linemen as my tackles and my center, so just rearranged that slightly. And then drafted 2 future potential starting tackle options. Broderick Jones. I did trade down in the first round, I will say. I did not really want to take a corner at pick 8, and I'd already kind of filled out the receiver needs, so went ahead with the trade down. So we have a lot of extra picks in the future. I will say that much. Preferred Hardman over Hollins. Yeah, Hardman is not signed officially. Mac Hollins, he's gonna be like, he's gonna have like one really good game, and then he's gonna be like wide receiver 4 the rest of the season. I'm not really sure. I mean, he's been a depth receiver for basically his whole career. I don't remember where he started. Was it the Dolphins? I feel like he was there at one point. And then the Raiders, obviously. Oh, it was the Eagles. He was a 4th round pick of the Eagles in 2017. He was waived in 2019. Went to the Dolphins. And now he was with the Raiders last year, now the Falcons. It doesn't even have his career stats on his wiki. He was born a day before me, though. That's a fun fact. Where are your stats, sir? Here we go. He has 113 catches for 1,440 yards and 10 touchdowns in his career. So, very much a depth guy. But no Mac Hollins here. I did sign Anthony Miller just for depth. Drafted Trey Palmer. I don't really expect him to have a big role other than kick returner. I like him as a prospect this year, but So obviously I did already do the draft, and I simmed through the preseason, so we're ready to go basically. I will look through our salary situation, because next off season is going to be another important one. Probably let Heineke go. Drafted DTR as the backup for Ridder. I don't know. He needs to go up in dev in order to develop. Otherwise, it's just going to be, we're going to be relying on the playbook to carry him. And I don't know if that's going to work. So I hope he can be the long-term option, but we'll see. Running back, we don't really have to worry about for a while. I moved Doggear to fullback just because of depth, but he's still the RB3 right now. And then I kind of have a plan of Harris being the starter next year, but right now I think Jamal's the way to go. And at receiver, I gave Hardman a pretty big contract for 5 years. He's only 25. He has star dev. He's already an 80. He is very fast. Greeting Shadow. Who's talking? It's Shadow. Whose Discord is that? Julio, of course, was only a 1-year deal. Yeah, Anthony Miller, of course, was only a 1-year deal. So next year, if Trey Palmer develops a little bit, maybe he could be wide receiver 3. I mean, if we were to draft a certain Ohio State receiver next year, that probably wouldn't be the case, but we'll see. Kyle Pitts, we still got 2 years of him plus the 5th-year option. Gave Irv Smith a 5-year deal. It's decent money, but we have $55 million in cap space this year. Like, I wanted to get some solid players for depth. Julio starts all 17 games in a season. Challenge impossible. Well, it will happen here, but you're probably right. That is unlikely to happen in the future. Hello, Sam. I forgot both you and Mullet have the art badge. Yeah. CSGO 2 got announced. CSGO 2 your room. Got him. That was quick thinking there. How is everyone today? Thank you for joining for Mullet's celebration of age. Need to re-sign Chris Lindstrom, for sure. Hennessy, I'm not sure. He's going to be 26. He is star dev, but he's only 71. So he's probably going to be replaced. I may just plug in Mayfield for a year next year, and then I'll probably be looking to replace Dahlman and Mayfield. Tired, I feel. I've been super tired at night lately, and I actually slept a decent amount the last 2 nights. Still tired. It doesn't make a difference. Caleb McGarry, I had moved him to guard, and I had plans of trying to get a better tackle. And then he wanted to test free agency, so I had to franchise tag him as a guard. And then I didn't find anybody better for right now, so he's still here. Broderick Jones will probably be the long-term starter at right tackle. And then Carter Warren will probably start at left tackle. He may move to guard. I think Jake Matthews, you see his cap number is going to go from 34 million down to 18 million. So he may still stick around until he retires. Put Baker Mayfield there. You've seen how tough he is with them helmetless headbutts. He'll figure the new position out. That's true. That is true. You're right. He could, gosh, side note. If he plays well in Tampa, do they win the division? The answer is no. The Falcons win the division. That's right. Not a week early. Last week I had to make sure that it didn't fall on my dentist appointment, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to stream. At least not early. It would have had to have been later in the day. Yeah, Dante Fowler's just for a year for depth. Hopefully ABKD develops. He should at start of 24. He's going to start. Hopefully he can stay around for a while. D-tackle, same thing with Grady Jarrett here. He's only start of now, but he's still going to be a high enough overall that it's going to be worth keeping him. So finding the number 2 D-tackle is going to be a priority. It's not going to be Taquan Graham at this point, I don't think, sadly. I think he's good depth. But, you know. It's not going to be Zach Pickens either. 23, normal dev. Linebacker. Walker is a free agent. May let him go, because we do have Henley. We do have Papo. Rookies. Deion Jones, I signed him to a 2-year deal. Pretty cheap. I could see him having a sort of contract like that. And then Troy, only normal dev, 24 years old. I don't know if he's going to develop, but I think he will in real life, so I'm going to give him a shot. You have depth to replace Garrett by the time he's regressed. Yeah, I sort of do. I mean, Phillips and Joseph are also old. I don't really expect Graham to be a long-term starting option. Maybe for a year next year, but we're going to have the money for sure to go after somebody or draft. Corners, Terrell, he's going to be around a long time. I can already say that. Picked up his 5th-year option, but I'll sign him as soon as I can. Hayward for a year, he's probably going to be gone. Kyle Fuller for a year. Good starters here. Good backup, you know, older guys to Terrell. But, you know, for a year. And then Justin Coleman also was just for depth. Drafted Eli Ricks. I don't know how he's gonna pan out either. He's only 21, but only normal dev, so. Richie Grant, another guy that I think I want him around a while. Is he star dev? He should be star, right? Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna get a nice contract too, I think. I drafted him in my Falcons rebuild. Oh, Ricks, yeah. Yeah, I remember a time when I had him going in the first round. It was very early in the process, but he's in the cluster of like second tier corners in this draft. Because there's Witherspoon, Gonzalez, Joey Porter, Banks from Maryland, Emmanuel Forbes. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Oh, I'm forgetting two. Keely Ringo and Cam Smith. That's a lot of really good corner. I think like most of those guys will go round one too. And then there's like Tyreek Stevenson, DJ Turner, Q Blue Kelly. A lot of good corners in this class. Jalen Hawkins, he's probably not going to stick around. I see why they went after Jesse Bates. And I slightly mean that as an insult to Jalen Hawkins. Not a personal one. But slightly, yeah. Switched Darren Hall to safety just for depth, and also I did the same thing with Garrity. Oh, he was on the practice squad, that's why he's got a 2-year deal. Okay. Avery Young, another draft pick. Koo, he'll be here for the duration. I brought back Pinion for a year, just like they did in real life. So keeping Lindstrom, which shouldn't be hard. Probably going to let McGarry go, so really the only free agent we need to re-sign is Lindstrom. Maybe I will keep Michael Walker then, depending on how much he wants. Yeah, that's really it. That's really about it. I think I'll let Hennessy go. Huh. Alright, well, we know what we gotta do, and that's pray to the Madden Sim that we win at least a few games this year, hopefully. Did I import the draft class is another question. I think I did, because I remember looking at Caleb Williams. Yeah. I don't know who Brinson is, to be honest, but apparently there's another called Karloftis. That's a thing. Has Quinn Ewers way up there, and not Drake May. I don't know. It's definitely not a complete looking draft class from what I gather, but it's got Caleb Williams. It's got most of the names. Romello? Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Bullet, how could you say that word? You said number 11. As an experienced Falcons rebuilder, Walker develops and Anderson doesn't. Yeah, Walker does have star dev. Cancel Mullet. Get him out of here. Throw him out of his birthday party. Alright. It's time. Let's go see how well we do, right? Oh good, we lose 26-7 to start the rebuild. That's perfect. To the Cardinals, yes. How delightful. How nice. Oh boy. Okay, remind me not to click on these things. Yes, okay, Kyle. And then I don't get any... Yeah, remind me not to click on those if I don't need to. If we lose the game, there's going to be no purpose to click on those. Gosh dang it, dude. The slow menus. I complain about it every time I'm on this game, but the slow menus. Please fix that for Madden 24, please. Please take away the bottom layers to make the game actually work and not take a full 30 seconds to load one animated cutscene. You call them slow menus, we call them PS4 menus. I suppose that could be part of it. Is it that slow for you normally? Or is it slower? I guess I should ask than like 21. 21. Well, probably not going to beat the Packers if we lose to the Cardinals. But it is the Madden Sim. It's slow going between menus, not while on the menus. Huh. Well, we did lose to the Packers, but it was actually a close game. Only by a field goal. Deion Jones, this could be his final upgrade, potentially. And he lost his scheme fit, so... it definitely will be his last. Okay. Keep zone. So will Richie Grant play in the box, or will Jesse Bates play in the box more? In real life. Unsure. Maybe they both play deep. They could like both play deep, and then they could bring up Casey Hayward in the box, maybe? I don't know. That seems kind of weird too. Alright, Chris Lindstrom has no interest at all in staying, which is sad. But I also don't care, so he's gonna resign. We can up the money, it's fine. 5 years, 68 million. That's like 13 point something. Yeah, he wants to win a championship, and the Falcons don't have historic championships. Okay. Well, guess what, Chris? Oh. Okay. I might have to only sign him to a 3-year deal then. And then up the money a lot. Casey Hayward does want to be around, but he's going to be under an 80 overall next year. I think we let him test. Same with Fuller. Same with Julio. Gary wants 2 for 9. That isn't a lot of money, but he's going to regress as well, even at 29. No. Maybe bring back Pinion. He's cheap. Mykal Walker, what do you want? 3 years for 17? He's gonna be 27. Maybe Hennessy. Maybe we do bring back Hennessy. He may not end up starting, but if he's cheap, might want to keep him. Yeah, let's see. Won 2 Super Bowls with Lamar. Can no longer afford him. Traded him. First overall pick, Buda Baker, and future first. Looked at mock drafts, saw the best one available. Kept trading down. Uh-oh. Oh, you actually got him. Okay. Smart, smart. 9-6 as a rookie. Okay. Doing some work. Got you. I thought... I was worried you were going to say, like, he got drafted at pick 4 or something. That would be tough. Well, nice. I'm probably not going to go with the signing a quarterback route as we get our first win. But, gosh, it'll be tempting, because usually Herbert's available, Lamar's available. Jalen Hurts. Who else usually pops up? Tua. It's like, why don't your teams just re-sign you, please, for once? They won a game. Let's go. It's a birthday miracle. So, okay, so I took it down a year to 4, and then I'm still giving him 60 million. This is 15 million per for a center. I feel like this is pretty good. Hey, he's back. Okay. Jameis. True, true. He's usually available. That's true. Matt Ryan. See, what week can we negotiate with Walker? 11. So he's probably going to want more money than that even. And he's going to be 27. Oh, I don't think it's going to happen. I think we let him test and then think about if we want to just play our young guys or if there's somebody in free agency better than him. I do like him as a player, but that's a tough sell for me. It's going to be like 7 or 8 million per by the time we get to week 11. I don't know about that one, Chief. Let's see. Team struggled out of the gate. We just won our game, man. Who needs to step up? The team. We're going to coddle Desmond Ridder until he's a superstar. We're going to make him feel like a superstar, and he's going to become one eventually. He's going to play his whole career. He'll have gotten to like star dev finally, and he's getting there. Let's go. He's like a 75 overall. Oh gosh. Darrell Henderson with a big upgrade. Let's go. Troy with a big upgrade, actually. Big. Man. This is going to be a little bit of a slight to Troy Anderson here. I think I was comparing Drew Sanders to him at one point. And I don't know if Drew will end up being a first round pick or not, but I think Drew Sanders is quite a better prospect than Troy Anderson. I think with Troy, you're going to be waiting for him to develop as a coverage guy, and he doesn't really offer pass rush. Drew Sanders, I think, will step in and be not Luke Kuechly per se. I know I'm throwing out white linebacker names. It's not what I'm trying to do, but he's got like a very similar athletic profile to Troy Anderson, but he can rush the passer. I think he's a 3-4 outside linebacker, which is weird because he can cover. He plays against the run. He's not really he's not a passer, like he's not Micah Parsons, but I don't know. I don't know where to put Drew Sanders still in my box. His arms were abnormally huge. I agree with that. Let's see if we can beat the Lions. I don't know who Washington's quarterback is. It might be Jameis. I don't know. We beat the Lions. Oh, the Bears are 0-4. Yikes. Oh boy, here we go. Well, it's going to be 31 by the time this loads. Come on! Time to lose to the 0-4 Bears. Yeah, probably true. Yes, everyone chipped in. Desmond. Yep, Gotta get that XP. Man, I just... When I play 23 franchise, I want to go back to 21. I want to see the Justin Fields stat line. Probably 6 completions for 112 yards, 2 picks, and then 89 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. That feels like some of the games exactly that he had last year, so that's probably not too far off. I hope he plays better this year. I hope he they figure out how to throw with him. Jamal signing with the Saints in real life, of course. And Damian Harris, he signed with the Bills, I believe. Interesting depth move after they lost Singletary to the Texans. Texans are doing good things, man. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want that to happen. Broderick Jones. I want to work on his pass protection, even if he's going to be the right tackle instead of left side. He needs to be higher on the pass there. Walker with another upgrade. This is going to raise his price. He actually does have some pass rush skill. That's interesting. How big is he? 238. Huh. Obviously X Factor right tackle, yes. Certainly not just star. I've seen some people post, like on Reddit, their X Factor linemen. I don't know how that's possible. It used to be, like right when they added X Factor abilities to the game. And then I think within a year they took him off of linemen. Like the most you can get a superstar. I think maybe there's a glitch. Like you could get a dev trait opportunity for linemen. I've never seen that though, so I want to believe people aren't just capping, you know? Oh yeah, here's my X Factor offensive lineman. He's a 90 overall rookie, and I didn't create him at all or anything. I want to believe it's real, but I don't know, man. Look at all these upgrades we got this week. I think Papa will be in line to start next year, and then maybe Henley can also start for Deion Jones the following year. I don't know how far I'm gonna get today, but I will make an effort to continue to stream this franchise rather than, okay, we finished Mullet's birthday stream, deleted. Which unfortunately is basically what I've done the last few times. Not like that, like I can delete it now, yeah. But more like, you know, sorry I never got back to it. I ended up deleting it, sorry. To use the Bengal draft class. I don't. He doesn't make one on PS4. So I do not. I used to, when that was an option. I'm not sure what I'm using right now. I like the one I'm using now, though. No, they can't even make the share files cross. No. I want to go with the improviser, but I'll try to make him a scheme fit first. Okay, good. Yeah, I really hope that they work on that for 24, making everything cross. Because there's no reason it shouldn't be at this point. I may let the CPU handle some of these, because I feel like I've just been upgrading players for the last 10 minutes. Who else we got? Yeah, I'm gonna let the CPU do most of these, except for Palmer. Try to make him a scheme fit. And almost, but no. That's a lot. That's a lot of upgrades for one receiver point. Huh. Alright. And I'll let the CPU do these. That was like 15 upgrades in 1 week. It's a lot. I do use my own sliders. They're not like juiced to the max where, you know, the entire league becomes saturated with amazing players. But let's see if we can beat the Bears. See see the field stat line. We lose to the Bears. Yep, you called it. Thanks a lot, you called it. That's tough. Let's go see. Let's go see the field stat line. That's just how it works, yeah. They scored 10 in the fourth. Competitive game. Ridder threw for 300 yards. Fields, though, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Leading rusher in the game, Herbert, and then Fields. Our run game is not the best at the moment. Hardman with a 7-yard carry. Did I say Mason Rudolph had a carry? Drake London had $130, and Julio almost had 100. That's a thing. Okay. Stat line was real, not Madden Sim. Yeah. Jack Campbell. I had Jack Campbell sneaking into the first round. Getting picked by the... I forget what team. The guy's the team. Yeah, I mocked this guy to go to that team. That was exactly... let me scroll back here on Discord. Oh yeah, the Eagles. Yeah. How could I forget that? I feel like they could use a thumping, run-defending middle linebacker. Alright, well, more upgrades. I feel like that one dude in Robots. Upgrades, people, upgrades. And some important ones. Drake London. It's going to be hard to make him a scheme fit. I think I'll just work on deep threat. Three deep route running. Yep, that was a good upgrade. All right. Marcus Davenport. I don't know how long he'll be here. I gave him a 4-year deal. But I don't know how long he'll be the starter. Just depends. I still find it disgusting that Marvin Harrison Jr. is my wide receiver 4. No way, he should have dropped to the second round. Yeah, that's a mis-scouting on parts of a lot of teams. I know it's extremely early in the process for next year's draft to say this, but I have a strong feeling he's going to be a top 5 pick. Maybe not number 1. I think I did a mock where I had him at number 1 already. That's a little early for that, but I think he's going to be the best receiver in the class, and I think it's entirely possible he'll go top 5. Yes, stay healthy, please. Please do. You know what I was thinking about yesterday, actually? I forgot to mention this in the Discord. It's gonna sound... I don't. It'll sound some type of way, but here's the thing. Ohio State's quarterback is going to be Kyle McCord, who was Marvin Harrison's high school quarterback, by the way, or it's going to be Devin Brown. Both Kyle McCord and Devin Brown happen to be white. Ohio State hasn't had a white quarterback since, I want to say, Todd Beckman. The recent quarterbacks at Ohio State have not been white. And I'm not saying Kyle McCord or Devin Brown are going to be bad because they're white. But, I don't know, man. Krenzel got him in the national championship, so it's doable. It's doable. Checks upcoming Ohio State quarterback recruits. I don't know, man. I don't know. The white boy quarterback at Ohio State. I don't know if that's going to work out anymore. Quinn Ewers. So wait. You know what's entirely possible, too, for Quinn Ewers is that he gets beaten out by Arch Manning, and he transfers again. Joe Burrow. Oh, wait. I don't know about Ewers, to be honest. He didn't play particularly well last year, and he could end up transferring. Like, if he transferred to A&M or something, or Texas Tech even, I think he'd have a good chance of impressing people again enough to be considered as like one of the top quarterbacks in the 2025 class. I don't know, man. What do we got here? We got Tampa Bay. Let's go ahead and keep summing. We get the win over the Bucks, and we got a breakout receiver chance. Hopefully this is Drake London. And we won't get to know. We just will not get to know until we advance here. Okay. Yeah, Drake London. 3 touchdowns or 150 yards. Who's the QB who's transferred like 3 times already? Could be one of 2 guys, either Keaton Slovis or JT Daniels. Both of those guys are still in college somehow. Oh, we got a breakout for Desmond Ridder. Hello. Daniels, yeah. Former Georgia starter over Stetson, briefly. Ridder's coming off a stellar game, huh? I sure hope he is. He needs to start of throw 1 or fewer picks and have 300 yards or 3 touchdowns. That feels like a lot to do just to get started of, but okay. Doable. Just throw it to London all game. And then Ridder will be star and London will be superstar. It's easy, you know. Is Terrell the best player on the team overall wise? I think. Or maybe, you know what, it might be, is it Cool? I don't know. Is it Grady Jarrett? I'd like to get his man coverage up a little. Being lower than his zone. Let's go with, slot. Yeah, overall. It might be Grady right now, unless I'm forgetting. Oh, Pitts. Pitts might be in there too. I feel like they're all like all 88s. Let's see, what does Koo need? Probably power. Okay. Andrew Dahlman. Go with power. 6 years in the future, so they're 96 to 99s now. I don't know if he'll reach that in this, but we can try. Yeah, let's take a brief look here. I want to say they're like all 88s. Oh, Lindstrom. Forgot about him. Yeah, Terrell's 88, Pitts is 88, Grady's playing down, so that means he's an 88. Oh, Terrell must be an 89 then. Okay. He just had his upgrade, so makes sense. Yeah, like these guys here are nice in this range, but I need some of them to develop up into this range, and then we need to let some of these guys go and get some players that are also in this range. Signing a dream contract while in Hawaii. Lindstrom is living life. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. See what we can do this week. Try to keep a winning record going. Eventually. We do win 19-7. I'm gonna guess we didn't get our breakout challenges done, but we got a lot to look at. Ohio State first round, Jackson Smith and Jigba ran 40. The range was from 4.48 to 4.52 fast. That's pretty good. Was that Ridder? Didn't get it done? Dang. Oh, no, wait, that was London. This is Ridder. Come on, show me Ridder, guys. Come on. Ooh. I guess it was good enough. Now that's star dev. Let's go. Big moves. Alright. I'm surprised. I'll take it. Let's see. Give me the one that goes for XP. Yeah. Upgrade. Oh, I like these three. Okay, Richie Grant. Let's throw a hybrid in there. Press. He doesn't really need speed. Everybody needs a little speed. Speed boost. He's only 80. He only had 87 speed. That feels low. By like at least 2 or 3. Arnold. Let's just keep going speed rush. Hopefully the game hasn't altered my depth chart at all. It likes to do that sometimes too. Let's check negotiations. I don't think there's anyone until Walker that we need to consider. But then with Walker, I don't really think I want back anyway. Yeah, his price has gone up slightly. He also has no interest in re-signing. If he was to go up to Superstar, though, like if he's having a big tackle season and he gets Superstar Dev, he's still going to be 27, though, man. I just don't know. Not so sure about that one. We can look at the mock draft, too, might as well. Jack Sawyer #1 and then Brock Bowers. Okay. Caleb Williams at 6. Travion Henderson at 8. Denzel Burke at 9. Tyleik Williams at 12. A lot of Ohio State players. Quinn Ewers at 19. Casey Thompson at 25. Wow. That's interesting. JT. Kool-Aid? You can't have the words Kool-Aid in there? Oh, Spencer Rattler is going to replace Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. There you go. And then Talia at 32. That's a lot of quarterbacks in there, man. I'm not sure why. They are all in there. This is part of the reason why I typically don't use a 2024 class. I usually let it just go to the auto-generated classes. Is Xavier Worthy wide receiver 2? He's from, is he Michigan State? That's not right. I'm not sure. Breakout QB. Huh? This would be a big game to do it against the Panthers. What does he need, though? He's going to be like 400 yards. He's taking the next step again. This is the same exact statement from the last one. Throw 1 or fewer picks, have 350 yards, or 4 touchdowns to go to Superstar. Well, what's the X Factor one then? Jeez. It's going to be like, throw no picks, and 4 touchdowns, and 400 yards. Superstar does after a 2-game stretch. Never seen it so quick. I've never seen it that quick, ever. Not this Madden, not previous Maddens that had X Factors. That's wild. He could legitimately be an X Factor by the end of this season. If he goes up to Superstar here, and then apparently he's having a good year, right? So if he were to go up to Superstar, and then he could get, like, you know, Offensive Player of the Year or something, or MVP, shockingly. That would take him up to X Factor more than likely. A speed upgrade for Allgaier. Justin Allgaier, NASCAR legend. Xfinity Series legend. Owen Popo. And there is Ridder with his new star ability. Actually, no abilities. Sorry. Throw power. 92 throw power. Wow. He's almost in the top 32 for quarterbacks. Just the awareness is kind of low. The accuracies are pretty good. He's got 88 speed. Wow. I want to see his tags. Warm weather state. A mentor. He wants to have a mentor. Maybe we do sign Matt Ryan. And he's okay with the scheme. Maybe I will sign Matt Ryan next year if he has the mentor tag. It could make a difference between his contract being a whole heck of a lot and just a whole lot. You might want a few million less if we have a mentor sticking around when the time comes. We still don't need to negotiate. I want to check the depth chart too and make sure it didn't randomly change anything. You know what I might do as well? I think let's go ahead and go to Damian Harris as starting running back. I don't want to change too much, but also I'm looking at Julio and I'm thinking I might put Hardman above him. He is the slot receiver, so he's probably already doing well. I'll keep Jamal Williams as the third down in the power, but I want to go to Harris as the main guy. Got some practice squad upgrade. Nobody's taken any of our practice squad players yet, which is nice. It's likely just all depth guys for next year, but it's fine. We need those. Gotta run AFK real quick. Alright, all good. Oh my gosh, we won the Super Bowl! No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna move Hardman above Julio, I think. He'll still play a lot. You know what? I'm gonna move Trey Palmer ahead of Anthony Miller as well. But not ahead of Julio just yet. Anything on defense I want to change? We're going to be looking at a new defensive tackle 2 and a new strong safety and probably a new second and third corner next year. Maybe a new punter. I forgot I need to think about negotiating with him too. Actually, you know what? Let's do Allgaier as the power back. Let's get them all involved a little bit more. Let's start Taylor Heineke. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, and Hennessy. Alright, let's check negotiations again. We're getting to week 11, but I don't think I'm gonna re-sign Walker. I don't know if that was 2 minutes, but I'm back. It might have been. You didn't miss anything. Walker, still the same price. Hennessy's week 15. I don't know, man. It's kind of a cheap contract for Hennessy, so I might offer him, but alright, let's see if Desmond Ridder can go up to superstar already. If we lose, there's probably no chance. And we lost. Well, he definitely didn't throw for 3 or more touchdowns, and we only had 14 points, so I shouldn't have even clicked it. I know it's not going to happen. Imagine if his dev trade just went down. 3 touchdowns to the other team's DBs, maybe. It's possible. 31 points. Not great. Not a good time to have a bad game, but those will happen. Let's keep going slot for Hardman. I'm tempted now. I don't think I'm going to make this change this year, but we could still move Caleb McGarry to guard and then just start Broderick Jones, because he's already up to 75. Or, no, he's not. 74. Yes, we are. Creative 2.0. I don't, like, are things gonna actually be made, though? Like, it's gonna take people a while to make stuff, right? So... I don't know. Somebody make a better version of Madden in Fortnite. I'm gonna do a rebuild on Fortnite. See how that works? You even got the word build in there in Fortnite. Rebuild. Supposedly it's already out, but I wouldn't know. Yeah, I guess like some people have been able to make stuff early. They didn't ask me if I wanted to make stuff early, so. Skillet, did you see what happened in the latest story for Destiny Battle Pass? No, I have not seen that. 8-Ball, what's going on? Welcome to the Mullet Celebration stream. / Falcons rebuild. Shadow, if you want to send that to me, I will take a gander. As we beat the Jets, okay, and it is week 11, so decision time. The most important decision I've made in the franchise to date. Do we re-sign 74 overall Michael Walker? I think it's a no. He's going to want more money because he doesn't have interest. He's going to want like 7 or 8 million per. He wants 3 years. He's already going to be 27. I still have interest in Hennessy, but we can't negotiate with him till, 4 more weeks. I hope to hear that Destiny does something for the passing of Lance. Yeah. And Horizon too, that's right. Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be. I've seen a lot of like TikToks about people going to Zavala just to like honor. But and they did post about it. They did have a post, but nothing in game yet has been done. Which has it been a week even? It's only been like a week. Don't know if I told you, but I got a PS5 3 weeks ago. Right on. You had a 4 previously, right? If I recall. Or were you weren't on PC, were you? Huh? Wait a minute, what? Huh? Who's this person? How do they know? Just missing the story for... Just missing for the story seasonal reasons. What? It was sad the way it went down. I cried? What? Thanks for the spoiler. Guess that explains why Rahul started selling other items. Did they really spoil that? That's a big spoiler, if true. I'll mute before I watch this spoiler video here. Is this a cutscene for the game right here? Uh-oh. Oh! Why'd that look fake? I don't like it. I don't like it, man. Cutscene. The last night. Oh, it's in the game already? No bueno. I don't like it. Gave it to my friend. I had a PC, but I sold it. Okay. Yeah, I remembered you saying you had a PC or you were getting a PC at one point. Gotcha. I don't want to do these scouting things. How about I get my revenge on the crow? You can join. It's only part of the battle pass? Why do they put story connected to just, oh, you bought the battle pass this season, here's more story? Destiny's a weird game, man. Big upgrade for Avery Young here. He's now a 65, 23-year-old normal dev rookie. I'm sure he'll be a long-term part of the team. You know what? He'll be a backup for 4 years. That's more than most people can say. Real NFL. See if we can beat the Titans. We got that winning record still going, but we're third in the division. And we lose. We are up to an 80 overall team, which I got to keep that in mind. We're not. This is not the finished product of the team. It's only year one. It's gonna get better. A speed upgrade for Chris Lindstrom. Okay. Eli Ricks. I want him to keep his scheme fit, but also we got to work on that man coverage. And he loses the scheme fit immediately. Oh well. I guess we advance. See if we beat Saints. This would be a big division win on the road. And we lose. Okay. Well, we're still third. We have a chance now to beat the Panthers and go to second. That would be a big win as well. Back-to-back road divisional games. Walker with another upgrade. Ultimately, I don't think it's going to be worth paying him to stay. I think he's like... He'd be somebody I would pay like $3 to $5 million to be my third linebacker. Not somebody I want to pay like $9 million to be my second linebacker. Same thing with Jalen Hawkins, excuse me. I don't know how much he's been asking for, but he's only like a 74, was he? So probably just not going to happen with him either. Darren Hall, I think he's an interesting corner prospect in real life, but went ahead and moved him to safety for our purposes. Adet, I think, has some potential as a pass rusher, IRL. Probably just going to stay a backup for the duration of this rebuild. And Zach Pickens, I think he'll be a decently high drafted D-tackle, but also, again, for the purposes of our franchise, not going to be a starter at any point, I don't think. Still don't want to negotiate with anybody yet. I think Matt Hennessy's the last one that I might think about bringing back. And we do beat the Panthers 40-34. See, our offense points per game is 19th. Our defense is 25th. So we have about an average offense and a below average defense. But we're 6-6. We're in the mix. Little NFC South shootout. A little different from some of the games I saw last year between the NFC South teams. We got Ridder, NFC Offensive Player of the Week with 6 touchdowns. Okay, 6 passing touchdowns. Playbooks matter, unfortunately. Fortunately, in this rebuild, I guess, but unfortunately from a making sense perspective. Yeah, we need... Yeah, you just give me the XP. Just give me the XP. Oh, we don't get any XP in. Remember the time Walker threw a 66... Oh, PJ. Yes. That was DJ Moore. Yeah. What an ending. That was DJ Moore. Took off his helmet. That happened like the next week in the Colts game. I forget who it was, but because they had called a timeout, he wasn't flagged for it. And I'm thinking, okay, well, he still took his helmet off on the field. He did the exact same thing. And I'm thinking, oh, that's so stupid. Why would he do that? He just cost his team. And I'm waiting for the flag, and there's no flag, and I'm like, hey, guys, Lil Bro took his helmet off. Can we get a flag over here? And it never happened. No flag. We got another upgrade for Ridder. I guess I'll just keep going Scrambler? I don't know. I want to go Improviser, but I don't want him to lose his scheme fit. You know what? We'll chance it. Alright. Oh, that's a +2. 2 throw on the run, another throw power, and under pressure. That's not bad. Still no awareness, though. We really need the awareness to go up. And then DTR. A little upgrade here for him. Yeah, he actually doesn't look too bad, and he's got 67 awareness also. Huh. Throw power's a little low, the accuracies are a little low, but not bad for a backup. I think we keep going. Another division game, and then another division game. That's going to be 4 straight. At least, I think. And we do get another win. So we are now 2nd in the division. Okay. So I actually don't know that... didn't know that choosing these upgrades could take the guy out of scheme. Just thought it was a little helpful. Yeah. Nice to learn that. Yeah, when a player's a scheme fit, it takes slightly less, and I don't know how much less, but it takes less XP to get to their next upgrade. So some occasions, like, yes, it is good to make them a scheme fit, so they'll develop slightly faster. But if a guy's like really far away off of your scheme, you might want to consider changing their position for one, or changing your scheme fit. But yeah, that does not look like Arthur Smith, by the way. Is that our like O-line coach up there? Looks like Rob Ryan. Do you see that hair? What's that? Who was that guy? Is that even a coach? Is he even on the team? That definitely wasn't Arthur Smith with the long curly gray hair sticking out the back. Interesting. Yeah, Walker's price is now even higher. I'm gonna pass on Walker. Gonna pass on Hawkins. He doesn't have any interest, so it's gonna be more expensive. Hennessy, I'm still... Yeah, he did go up to 3 million now. He does have interest. If I could get him on like a... like 4-year deal for cheap still. 4-year for 14. Okay. So he may not start next year, but he's capable, at least. And then Pinion, $1.5 million. Might as well offer him. Okay, well. You're gone then. Jalen Hawkins, like I said, he's going to want more money. I don't have much of an opinion on him. That was a one. That was a one there. Jalen Hawkins, he's not going to start, but he would be decent depth still. I'm sorry I made you read that. Oh, excuse me. I could sign him for like a backup deal for like 4 years also, 3 or 4. If we don't find somebody better to start right away, then we'll at least have him as an option still. Alright, get him back. 0 interest in re-signing. Caleb McGarry's just gonna have to go as well. Walker. Those are really the only 2 left that are at all important, I think, and I'm okay moving on. As well as the older corners there, I think we can get younger and maybe even better. Ooh, we got some things to look at though. Hot opponent, Tampa Bay, leading our division. We need to beat them here if we want to have any chance of winning the division still. Insult opponent, they suck. There's some trash. Is that really supposed to be Arthur Smith? Am I wrong? Does he have, like, pretty long gray hair? I don't think so. Yeah, I see his picture up there. Unless he's drastically changed his look here lately. Yeah, Broderick Jones will definitely be the right tackle next year. Getting that pass protection up. Oh, he's... Oh! Oh, he had 3 upgrade points. Okay. We had that O-line challenge come up and we didn't allow a sack for 2 straight games. Bro got 3 upgrades. Do we know his dev yet? No. He's only played 108 snaps. Okay. Yeah. Drew Dahlman's got 2 as well. Oh, this might have changed some things here. These are huge upgrades. He didn't go up in overall there, but he got a lot better. Told you he's an X Factor. Drew. Yeah, Drew Dahlman's like a solidly decent starting guard now. Maybe he's got a future long-term deal coming. And then Carter Warren as well. And he's close to another one. Maybe he's X Factor. Maybe. He's a starting caliber left tackle now, 31st best. Matt Hennessy's got 2. Wow. Okay, let's go 2 agiles on him. That was a massive O-line boost we got. Jalen Mayfield even has 2. Justin Schaefer has 2. Okay. Maybe we could trade, maybe we look to trade Jake Matthews. Maybe not next year, but if he doesn't retire, maybe it's going to be smart to look to move him. I think teams will be interested in a high 70s, possibly still low 80s left tackle. He, by the way, did not have any upgrades. Is that what I'm gathering? Yeah. He's so old and with only normal dev, I guess. He just didn't get enough XP to get any upgrades. That's tough. How about +4 spin move for Julio Jones? Sure, why not? 34-year-old spin move. He's got 80 spin. He already had 76 spin move? That seems high. That seems high. I don't know. Arnold, let's go with 1 run stopper. He's getting to be... I mean, he's playing up to a 79, so he's only a 76. But he's getting to be a solid starter. Caleb McGarry's gonna just have to go. Look at that low pass pro. I would argue Broderick Jones is a better option right now than him, but it's kind of late in the season to be making a change for minimal reason. Spin move equals Schefter breaking news update about season-ending injury. According to my sources, Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Julio Jones tore his ACL while spinning in his bedroom. He reportedly stood up, turned around, and fell over. Very unfortunate. That was spot on. I feel like that was like Frank Caliendo's version of Adam Schefter without the voice, also. According to my sources. Like, he said that before, obviously, but... thank you, though. This will be a huge home win. We finally don't have... Oh, we play the entirety of the AC South now. Colts, Jags, and Texans. Okay. Those are winnable. Let's just beat Tampa Bay, and then we'll be in line for playoff spot, right? We'll see. And we lose. Well, we're still 7-7. The Colts are 9-5. That's nice. Nice stretch of schedule to get the Titans into the playoffs. Yeah, here's some free wins, guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, come on, Julio, specifically. Get it done. Get it done better. Do it better. Yeah, let's rely on 34-year-old Julio to make spin moves to get us to the playoffs. It's not the best bet. Oh boy, some important ones. Drake London again. I mean, we can try a playmaker. It's not going to make him scheme fit, but 4 ball carry vision. That's interesting. Make him a running back. It's 6'5" running back. Is he Derrick Henry? Derrick Henry's about 6'4", I think, isn't he? Carter Warren, another upgrade. Yeah, he's going to be startable at left tackle next year if we want to trade Jake Matthews. Maybe Jake Matthews plays right tackle and then Project Jones moves to guard for a year. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? I have too many good offensive linemen. What a terrible predicament. Yeah, that's why I drafted 2 tackles. Because I was pretty sure McGarry was going to go, and then Jake Matthews is getting older, so thought that was a good idea. See if we can beat the Colts. Jonathan Taylor probably run for 200 yards. Oh, or not. 38-13 dub. We're 8-7. We got Jacksonville and Houston, and we got a breakout DB chance. Could this be Richie Grant? It's Jalen Hawkins, who we already re-signed. If he goes to Star Dove, that's going to look like an awfully smart signing, I think, for the money that I gave him, which was only like $3 million per year. That would be nice. Now we have to hold Trevor Lawrence, so that's going to be tough, but possible. And some very important upgrades. Looking big brain. Insert the Brian Windhorst image. Skill Amigo just re-signed Jalen Hawkins. Now, why would he do that? That was so funny, because he knew something else was going to happen. It was when the Jazz traded... it was before they traded Gobert, and that's what he was... But it just seemed so random, because they like traded off some depth guys. And he's like, no, why would they do that? What if something else is coming? What if we get it? I love Brian. Brian's great. Started as the LeBron specialist, and now he's just the go-to guy if you want to talk NBA on ESPN. Here's Brian Windhorst. And here's Adrian Wojnarowski. Just put those 2 guys in a room and let them blab about everything. That'd be fun. I'd watch that show. I'd watch that as a morning show for like an hour. Why not? We beat the Jags as well. Okay. Somehow the Texans also are having a good year. Did we get the Jalen Hawkins breakout chance? Jaguars scored 27, so... No. Alright, Jalen. You just penciled yourself in as a long-term backup, unfortunately. Check the standings. Tennessee better be thanking you if they're in contention. I will. Check the playoff picture. I keep going possession, and it upgrades his vertical as well, so it's all good with me there. Richie Grant will be a long-term starter option. Let's go with another hybrid. Agility, awareness, tackle. And Matt Hennessy now perhaps could be a long-term starting option. Signed him for 4 years, I think it was, with the Star Dove. Like, he's a low-end starter, but he's a capable starter, you know what I mean? So, we're trying to build that O-line. We need that for Ridder. take one last look at players to negotiate with, and then I gotta look at standings. I don't think we bring back the corners. Don't bring back McGarry. Pinion didn't want the contract I offered him. He wants less money now, by the way. That's less than what he wanted last time. Walker wants too much. The only thing about Walker is if the same thing I said about Hawkins. If he goes up in dev, it probably would have been worth signing him to what he wanted initially, but he also still doesn't have any interest, so it's going to be a negative. Alright, take a look at the playoff picture, and then we'll look at the full standings. The Titans are the 2 seed, and the Colts are the 7. Okay. And the Texans are also in there at the 6. Everybody but Jacksonville, who will likely be the real number 1 seed, IRL. Broncos country, let's ride. We got Mac Jones and Lamar. It's a very interesting 2 through 7. I imagine the Chiefs will be the number 1, or up there for contention, IRL. But we got Tampa Bay in the in the NFC is the number 1 seed. Rams are back up there at 3. We're the 6. Giants, Cowboys. Interesting stuff going on. Curious how long ago Rebuild Streams videos have been out. I want to see if anyone did one 2K16. You know what? The very first series I watched, and it wasn't at the time, like I didn't watch it as it was coming out, but Mr. Hurricane, his first Rebuild series he did was on Madden 12 Vikings. That's a really good series if you want to take a gander at that sometime. But also, as you mentioned, Mahomes, Bengal did a Giants franchise where he had Kyle Lauletta became the starter after Eli retired. I don't remember if he drafted Mahomes or if it wouldn't have been drafted. He must have traded for him or signed him. And Patrick Mahomes was backing up Kyle Lauletta in that series. No cap. Do we win against the Texans? No. We missed the playoffs, really? I thought we were going to make it at 9-8 too. Oh, that's a bummer. That first game where we lost to the Cardinals really bad. Gosh. Yeah, Titans 2 seed. I don't think anything changed in the AFC. The NFC, Rams, Cardinals, some division games again. Of course, Packers, 49ers again. That seems to be an NFC staple. Well, shoot. Could not end up making the playoffs. Niners jumped ahead. Dang. I was really thinking we could make a push there and make the playoffs, but that's okay. Let's make sure we still have coordinators so the franchise doesn't brick. Love when that happens. Got Henry Brock and we got Sammy Rios. Okay. Yeah, they gotta redo Arthur Smith's hair on the character model. That is not looking like it should. Jacoby Brissett, 5,400 yards and 53 touchdowns. Led the league. Von Miller had 21 sacks. Byron Jones had 7 interceptions. Jack Campbell was the leading tackler in the league. Divine Diablo and JOK. Interesting. Sure. Yeah, I'm sure they are at some point. Even though they teased them for Madden 22 and they still aren't back in the game. Desmond Ridder now does have the QB of the future tag. He threw 40 touchdowns. Did have a pick a game. A little high on the picks. Leading rusher with Damian Harris. Ended up with a good year. 4.3 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns. I think it was smart to kind of get him more carries over Williams. Allgear only ended up with 5 and he only had 8 yards. But he did have a touchdown. So putting him at power back really doesn't do much, huh? Okay. Noted. Darrell Henderson also had just 1 carry but had a touchdown. Hardman had some carries. Ridder had a touchdown. Interesting. I do think we're going to need a true number 1 back at some point. That'll help out a lot. FIFA adding all NWSL teams and Women's Championship League teams, but man, can't add assistant coaches. Nope. Can't do it. It's too hard. I don't know. I don't know why they can't. It's not because of the coach association, I don't think. It's just a real pain. I don't know why. Mecole Hardman had a great year in the slot. 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. He could go up to superstar, potentially. Drake London had 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns. Kyle Pitts had 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns. Julio had 900 yards and 9 touchdowns. This offense was kind of humming a little bit. Not bad. Belichick going to be in the game before Lou. Help me out. Who's Lou? Should I botch that spelling? Lou Onruma. Bengals coordinator. Oh, he's okay. Yeah, I did hear his name a few times for head coach consideration. Forgot who that was. Broderick Jones didn't play a single snap. So right tackle backups don't play in the sim. Okay. Good to know. Carter Warren played 75. Defense, Deion Jones had 128 tackles. Walker had 121 with only 1 pick and no sacks. That probably won't be enough to make him a superstar. Can you change that in auto subs? I'm not sure how the sim would work with auto subs because fatigue is on, but I think you'd have to. I don't know how you would do it. Of course, if I had injuries on too, that they would more than likely play more, but injuries are off. I'm not sure. There probably is a way, but with the sim, I think it'd be kind of finicky. Let's see our sack production. 12.5 for Arnold. Ooh, that could be a superstar year right there. It won't show yet, but he likes the big market of Atlanta. Okay. Interesting. Who else got some sacks? Yeah, just 5.5 for Davenport. Jordan Phillips having 4 isn't bad. Where's Grady? Only had 2.5. 16 tackles for loss, though. Interesting. And then we got some picks as well. 3, 6, 10, 14 picks. 13 picks. Not bad. Koo missed a lot of field goals. And 2 extra points that weren't blocked. He missed 4 field goals that weren't blocked and 2 extra points. Okay. Opinion, a lot of touchbacks. Pretty standard special teams stuff. No Ruggles. Somebody Somebody posted on the Reddit. It was Noah Ruggles, and he had a tag, something along the lines of "makes clutch kicks" or something like that. Oh, the irony on that one. It's sad. Maybe he'd make clutch kicks from like 30 yards, you know. I'll still say I think we choked on that last drive. Now, obviously the field goal was a choke, but like we had a penalty, we ran the ball and lost a yard. Like just got too conservative and ended up costing ourselves a chance at a makeable, like an easy, much more easily makeable kick. As the Super Bowl is going to be Dallas and Denver, by the way. Okay. Dak versus Russ. Russ cooked. Jacoby Brissett, quarterback 1. I'm guessing he's with Washington. And then Geno's in here. CJ Stroud, number 14. Let's look for Falcons Pro Bowlers here. Cedric Wilson. DJ Chark, K-Dot, and Kyle Pitts. There's 1. Lindstrom, there's 2. Anybody on defense? Josh Allen, number 23. Is that could be that's Devin White. I'm pretty sure it's Devin White. Deion White. Oh, Deion Jones. Yeah, that's definitely Devin White. I was thinking Deion Jones. Richie Grant. Nice nod for him. So what, 3? Not bad. Could have been more. We got to get Ridder in there eventually. If Jacoby Brissett can be in there, give me. Oh, you know what? Let's do this media day thing. Yeah, not bad. What was your focus for this week? Next season. No. I mean, fun. They would not have Arthur Smith coach the Pro Bowl, by the way. A coach that didn't even make the playoffs. I like how on the Draft Central over there it has Quinn Ewers as QB1 over Caleb Williams, and then Spencer Rattler number 3. That's those definitely are some rankings. Yikes. So here we are, Super Bowl between the Cowboys and Broncos. Let's see if we had some dev-ups I think we should be able to see this week. Eli and Peyton already fired from Pro Bowl duties. Oh yeah, now that the Pro Bowl's changed. Their Madden's big feature was about how the Pro Bowl was back. Are they going to add in some sort of skills challenge instead? Okay, I don't think it actually updated our devs yet because we can't see our rookies still. And I don't see anyone that changed. Yeah, there's no changes. Wait, yes there is. Richie Grant is a superstar. Hold on. Fortnite is basically Roblox now. It's cool though. They're updating the discovery page. Huh. That does not seem like an ability a free safety would have. Let's give him something else. Oh, we don't have a whole lot of options, since he's not even an 80 overall. Let's give him recuperation, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it'll be nice to see what people make on there. So we really only got one upgrade? One dev upgrade? No Hardman, I thought would get one. No Troy Anderson, unfortunately. Yeah, Papo is definitely going to take Walker's spot, and then I think we'll still have Troy Anderson over Henley, even though he's older. I'm afraid he's just really never going to develop as the third linebacker. It's going to be tough. Going to be looking for a replacement for Phillips, and I'm going to be looking for a replacement for Hayward and Fuller. I don't know about Hawkins. Probably depends on who's available and our money situation. Offensive line, I think, Hennessy's going to be starting for sure. Maybe Drew Dahlman now becomes the one that's iffy. Because if Jones starts at right tackle, or maybe Jones is the one that starts at guard, and then maybe we move Warren over to right tackle. I don't know. We're going to have options. We could still also trade Jake Matthews. Or Jake Matthews could move to right tackle. Or Jake Matthews could move to guard. I don't know. I just don't know yet. We'll find out. Tune in next time. Which is right now. As the Russell Wilson-led Denver Broncos win the Super Bowl. Sure, why not? Did he also win MVP? Yes, he did. So you're telling me... and Lovie Smith wins Coach of the Year, by the way. So you're telling me Jacoby Brissett... Where did he sign? He actually signed in Washington, didn't he? I can't think now. I think so. You're telling me... Oh, he's with Tampa in the game. So you're telling me the Washington Commanders' Jacoby Brissett is going to win League MVP. You're telling me DeMeco Ryans is going to win Coach of the Year. I can believe offensive, defensive, and rookies of the year. I can believe those. And you're telling me that Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos are going to win the Super Bowl next year. Okay, Madden, son. Sure. What's the difference between adjusting roster positions versus the depth chart? I change players through the depth chart screen because I'm used to it from the old Maddens. But then they won't be switched when I sim? Huh. Adjusting their positions versus the depth chart. So usually, if I go into my roster and I change somebody's position, it usually automatically updates on the depth chart. So I go in and I edit the depth chart also. So like, say for example you have like I run the 4-3 scheme, which has the... Let me get this right. I think the left end is the power rusher and the right end is the speed rusher. So just say, for example, you draft a left end that's a speed rusher, and you want him to be a scheme fit. I would just move him over to right end, and then they'd be a scheme fit there. But then you would also have to go into the depth chart and make sure it's what you want to. So like I change my slot and wide receiver depth in the depth chart screen, but when I sim a game, they aren't where I put them. Could be Madden. Could be. What should happen, like the way I've got mine set up right now, is Drake London, who should really never play in the slot, although IRL he should be playing in the slot some. As the number one receiver here, he should be on the outside. And then if you're running 2 receiver sets, Mecole Hardman would be on the outside. But if you're running 3, it should be Julio on the outside, and then Hardman in the slot, because my slot receiver should be there, but... Hardman is wide receiver 2. Yeah, I put him number 1 on the slot screen, so he plays in the slot. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. Yeah, like if you had it London and then Hardman on the slot screen, it would put London in the slot. So you got to put Hardman as the number 1 guy on the slot screen. Here's all our practice squad players. I'm just gonna Wow, Benvenucci's a 49. But now he's a 50. Benvenucci rebuild. Well, that's one season in the books. We had a winning record, which is nice. Could not make the playoffs, though, which is a little sad. I don't think this was the team that was going to be good enough to win a Super Bowl anyway, so we do need some help. I think we had one player retire, based on the number of players on the roster. Yeah, Linval Joseph, okay. Thank you for your slight contribution there this year, Linval. Aaron Rodgers retires. A lot of players that either have retired already or will be retiring shortly. Yeah, no coaches retire. And we can take one last look at re-signs, but I don't think there's going to be anybody. Hayward's 34, Fuller's 32, and they're both players we would want to upgrade overall wise. Julio's down to a 74. Maybe he comes back, but probably less money than that. Caleb McGarry, we've already planned for moving on from him. And everybody else is pretty much just depth. Except for Walker, but would they have trade value? I don't really think so, no. Like maybe a future late round pick. Cover. We are old. Mr. Krabs song. That's tough. We have $100 million in cap, by the way. We're going after a quarterback. No, not really. Yeah, I do want this to be the Ridder rebuild, so probably not going to do that. Let's see. And also, we should probably trim our roster a bit before we even look at free agents. No, not staff. Keep going. And what draft pick do we have, by the way? Probably somewhere in the teens. Yeah, 16. And we have 18, because that trade down I made. We have two extra 2s. No 3, but we have some extra 4s, a 5 and a 6, no 7. Right, so when I traded down last year to take Broderick Jones, I got Cincinnati's future first, and then I also traded down in the second round, and I got Cincinnati's future 2 and 4. So, thank you, Bengals, for your draft class. Your number 1, 2, and 4 picks. Forgot about that one. Smart business, I'd say. Like, we could have drafted a corner, I guess. We could have drafted Witherspoon or Gonzalez. But, a SpongeBob quote. I could do the year-old song. Let's finish right in the middle so we don't have a great draft pick, but also don't have a good season situation. You're describing the Pacers as well, I feel like. Let me pull up the Your Old lyrics. Okay, I don't remember these words being in here. You're old, growing like a geezer. Hear yourself a cracking like an old has-been. Look at yourself, old man. You've got multiple chins, 'cause you're old. Oh, wheezing decrepit windbag. Where you once had muscle, you've got jelly rolls. Buddy, you're as ancient as the Dead Sea Scrolls. Man, you're old. Wow. I don't remember all those lyrics on the show, but apparently that's the full song. That's it. Wow. Okay. That's the episode where also he's at the Krusty Krab, and there's a kid who doesn't like his Krabby Patty, and the mom picks it up and looks at it, and she's like, "Oh, no wonder it's old." And she makes fun of the Krabby Patty, and then she points at Mr. Krabs, and she goes, "Like that man right there." Like, dang, man. Great job. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Ben DiNucci has a trade target young tag. Who is trading for Ben DiNucci? Does he actually have value with that tag? I'll trade him. Nobody's gonna want him because he stinks, but here, Patriots. Patriots could use a QB3, right? What kind of pick are we talking about here? Trade him for the worst pick in the draft. No value at all. Why does he have trade target young tag? He literally has 0 value for a future 7th rounder. Nothing. Okay. I mean, we only saved 300k by cutting him, so I'll keep him for now, I guess. I believe, is he like number 6 in the XFL, I want to say? Reminds me of a video I watched where the guy traded for Mr. Irrelevant pick all the way up to the number 1 pick. I've seen videos like that, and it's an interesting idea for a rebuild. The only thing is, if you're gonna like play after that, you're gonna like have screwed up so many things around the league because you're trading for picks, you're trading for players, and it's like you're just gonna you're gonna put a lot of random players on a lot of random teams. Kind of unfortunate, but it is an interesting idea. Yeah, here's our receiver position right now. Schwartz is kind of interesting, but he's kind of like a better version of Trey Palmer right now. His route running's worse. Huh. Definitely use a wide receiver 3. I was considering maybe taking Trey Palmer, putting him at that spot, but yeah, I think you're right. I think these guys are just going to be depth for us. We got Hunter Bryant. Maybe a better tight end overall than John Fitzpatrick, but I think Fitzpatrick's a better blocker. He's stronger, so. See if anyone has interest in Hunter Bryant. Practice squad tight end. Apparently he was already on the trade block as well. He's a 66. Chiefs. They have, yeah, he would be their tight end 3. Okay. We might actually get a decent pick here for him. And by decent, I mean like a 6th probably. Or a 7th. A 7th, okay. Well, you know, we tried. We tried. Now let's take that 7th rounder and trade up to pick 1 this year. Alright, Jake Matthews, what do we do with you, man? He's still a good pass protector. He's still worth having. Okay, Carter Warren. He's not the strongest fella. Well, maybe he is strong, but he doesn't have run blocking technique. He does have 88 strength. Dahlman could be the backup. The guy that moves to be a backup, potentially. Wyatt Davis down there. I want Broderick Jones to start there at right tackle. I think that's smart. Hennessy with his star dev, I think, can keep starting. That's fine. I think what I'll do now is move Dahlman to be a backup center, which I believe is he was the center when I took over, but I moved Lindstrom to center, so he is now a backup. You know what else I'll do, I think? This is a lot of shuffling. Broderick Jones, because he's better run blocking, I'm going to move him to right guard. So he's going to play guard for this year. And then Hennessy will move over to left guard. Make sure he's still starting. I guess Hennessy could have also been the backup, but with the star dev, I like having him out there more. And then Carter Warren, instead of playing him at guard, since he's got low power, and he does have high pass pro, we're going to move him over to right tackle. And I think once Jake Matthews is gone, whether it's trade or retirement, I think Carter Warren goes back to left tackle, and then Broderick Jones goes back to right tackle. But for now, while we still have Jake, I think this is the best lineup we can roll out. We don't really have a backup left tackle. One of these guys can be the backup right tackle, like maybe Schaefer. 59 pass pro. Or Wyatt Davis. 62, okay. Wyatt Davis, backup right tackle. Who would have thought? Okay, so we've got our right tackles, we've got our right guards, we've got our centers. Jalen Mayfield is not exactly a player I would want to be a left tackle with 59 speed and only 59 pass protection. And I don't think Chris Paul is going to cut it either. With 59, we're actually going to cut Chris Paul then. Go back to the Suns there, Chris. So we do need a backup left tackle, but not like desperately. Not like, oh my gosh, we got to get a tackle. Because we already have our long-term tackles of the future on the roster. They're just kind of playing out of, not really even out of position right now, just different positions from what they'll end up being eventually. Chris Paul looking different, a little bigger than you might remember. Let's see, Tonga is not a speed rusher or a power rusher. He might be a power rusher, but he's not a 4'3" defensive end at 338 pounds. Maybe if he was like 80 pounds less, he could be a defensive end power rusher. We do have Robinson, who could make the roster potentially as a power rusher backup. Need to get younger. Insert Palpatine quote. One far younger and more powerful. He does kind of fit in here as a player that could make the roster, but I think we still need a better number 2 guy. Taquan Graham's only a 71, and he's a run stopper, so we need a like upper 80s guy to go with Grady Jarrett I would prefer. Power rusher. Alright, we got Henley, Jones, Papo, and Anderson. We need to switch Papo and Henley. Papo's going to take Michael Walker's spot as a starter, and then Henley will take his spot as like the number 4 option. And yeah, he goes up to a 74. I wish he had star. I wish Troy Anderson had star. But I think that's who we're going to have to go with for now. And then once Deion Jones is gone, possibly Henley just becomes a starter, although he's going to be 25, like a 72 overall, and still normal dev. Not sure we want that either. Corners, we had Brennan Stevens. Maybe he's more of a safety, but not really. At safety, and we've got some options as backups. We also already have Hall there. I think maybe Melanfonwu moves to be a backup corner also. DB room looking better. It's not a bad group, just a lot of these guys are really young and I don't think they're going to develop a ton. Like these guys, IRL could develop with playing time, but it's going to be hard to get their devs up. I think we need at least one other guy between Terrell and Ricks. And then basically the same backups as last year. Dom Maggio's... I mean, it's sim punting. Doesn't really matter. Having Grant and Hawkins developing at higher devs. Yeah, Grant going to Superstar is big. He'll get up to probably close to 90. Mid-80s, at least. Jalen Hawkins at 27, still just normal. That was a big breakout chance he had. I wish he could have gotten it. I don't know if he gets replaced this year as a starter. Probably not. And Koo, I'd like him to make more kicks, would be nice. We have a lot of draft picks as well. I don't know if this is the exact draft class to want all these picks. We might end up trading down quite a bit. Or we could trade for some players as well. Like I want a running back for sure. Thought about going after Miles Sanders. He was in free agency. Or what, Kareem Hunt. I didn't really want. Alright, we got $110 million and we currently have 50 players already on the roster. That's a lot. Okay. Rashawn Gary, Trayvon Diggs, Hurts and Herbert, Tremaine Edmonds. Andy has a bunch of interest. He wants to go to a playoff contender and it's all the way green for us. Okay. Mike Evans, Gilmore, Ayuk. Lots of players here and we have a lot of cap. And somehow we already have 50 players on the roster. I don't think we go after the QB. Even though Jalen Hurts wants to be here. Just stay with the Eagles, man. And Herbert, just go back to the Chargers. And Tua, probably go back to the Dolphins, please. A lot of veteran backup options. Jordan Love is here. I'm out of running back. Cam Akers is the top. I don't really think that's worth adding to what we already have. There's Swift and Dobbins, Dillon, Clyde. Basically that whole draft class other than Jonathan Taylor is now a free agent. Herbert or Hurts will end up on the Steelers. You're probably right. I think they had already signed Daniel Jones, so they had already given up on Pickett, I guess. Wide receiver. Brandon Ayuk would be a really nice option. He has no offers either. Boy. Do we give him like a 5 or 6 year offer, maybe? Peoples Jones is decent, but only normal dev. Hey DJ, it is someone's birthday. Indeed. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying out there on the streets. Streets won't keep quiet about it, yep. Which street said that? Was it you? Yeah, I think we signed Brandon Ayuk to the mega contract. And by mega, I mean less than that, but also more than that. Six years, 102 million. That's a lot of money. See if he likes it. He does not like it. He kind of likes it. Apparently he's old. This isn't Destiny 2, true. True, it is not. We still have $93 million to spend, too. It'll be nice to keep some, but not all of it. And we have all those draft picks. Jedrick Wills is interesting, but it's going to be very expensive. Oh yeah, shoot. Kendrick's birthday's, what, tomorrow? Is it the day after? Well, we're going to have to do stream part 2 for Kendrick. Stream back to back. Yeah, just end stream and okay, here we are again. Clowney wants to come here. Why does he already have 9 offers? Bruh. Justin Matabuke is interesting as a defensive tackle option. Grover Stewart is also here, but he's 30. What about Ed Oliver? A little undersized, honestly, but with 89 strength, it doesn't really seem like it. He does have 6 offers already. Why don't you have interest? He hates the scheme fit. He'll play in the scheme as a defensive tackle. I don't understand. He wants to be on a better team and he wants to be closer to home. Okay, well, I can't offer you any of those things, but Grover Stewart wants to win a championship. Is our best option Justin Matabuke? He likes the big market, but he does not like having to pay income tax. Same, bro. Me no stream. Mullet, is Kendrick's birthday tomorrow? Is that right? Or is it the same day? Because now I feel bad if it's the same day. But I hadn't said it previously. Yo, SD stream. Tomorrow, okay. It's very close to the same day. Will be 11, man. He was what, like 6 when I met you? Somewhere in there? Same day is what I would have said. He said number 11. He said... He was going up, 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 and I kept riding, having to ride the heels, and then we ran, and then he said some things. What kind of things, boy? Well, you see, he said number 11 in a list of 13 words you said shouldn't be said. Let's see, he said what now? Do we sign Justin Matamuke, who's 27, or do we draft a defensive tackle, maybe? Growing on, man. Children long for the mines. I don't think we signed Justin here. I think we probably draft a D-tackle. That can be our number one need, potentially, for the draft. The draft! Now, Rashawn Gary would be nice. He doesn't have interest. He would be a replacement over Marcus Davenport as a starter. How do I look at... Oh, there we go. View player card. He's a power rusher. He is 26. He's a superstar. I think we need this man right here. There's not a player in the draft that we're going to get that's going to be more impactful than Rashawn Gary, so I think this is where we put all of our money. Money, 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 money. It's going to be a lot of money. It's going to be a whole heck of a lot of money. 132 million over 6. What, 22 million per year? That's not even that bad for as good as he is. Joe De Niro. True. We have the cap to take him in. He'll obviously be a left end. There's Mykal Walker. He does have some offers. He just doesn't like Georgia that much. Or the Falcons that much. That's okay. Tremaine Edmonds wants to come, but he has 6 offers. Yeah. Oh, I count the talk smack. True. See, Uche we don't need because we have Arnold Ebiketie. True, old account is now defunct. Now, do we go after Trayvon Diggs as well? We still have 72 million in cap. And he doesn't have any offers? Are you serious? Heck, we could go after Diggs and another corner here. Gilmore, maybe? That'd be a heck of a secondary. Trayvon Diggs is on your rebuild too? I mean, I think it's smart. Like, I think Dallas would re-sign him. But we might as well be the ones to do it, right? This is another $100 million contract, but for 6 years for a player that good, led the league in interceptions all 3 seasons. That seems like a pretty good move then. I think we go after another corner then as well. Might as well, right? I think it's gonna be... Gilmore's slightly a better athlete still. Bradbury has better zone and press. They're both scheme fits though. Gilmore doesn't have any offers already. Let's go after Gilmore. When are you coming over? $15 mil for Gilmore as well. And this pot roast is done cooking. Probably like 40. I think we hold on to the rest of the cap space. Oh, jeez. And then I see Jeremy Chin. They just want me to sign everyone this offseason. Jeremy Chin would be excellent at strong safety for us. What if we do like... 6 years for 60. There's our Jesse Bates of the rebuild. Maybe I'll grab a punter, if possible. So we got Rashawn Gary, who we're only number 3 on. That's no bueno either. We got Diggs, who were number 1. Gilmore were number 1. Ayuk were number 1. And Chin were number 1. I think we need to up the offer on Ayuk. I don't know if we're going to get Rashawn Gary. I thought I already gave him a huge contract, and he didn't like it. I don't think we're going to get him. We should get Diggs. We should get Gilmore. And we should get Chin. Ayuk just doesn't want to come. That's why he's kind of down on our offer. I can try to mold something a little better for him. I don't know why he only wants 3 years. He's 26. I guess you hit the market when you're 29. I guess that makes sense. That's just a mega monster contract right here. Is this what I offered him previously, though? Is that any better than what I had offered him before? It is. Okay. I think these deals are worth it. I just, it's a lot of money, obviously. 3 players in the secondary. A receiver. What else were we looking at? Oh, Rashawn Gary. Is there a different pass rusher to be a power rusher? Not really. We have Davenport, who's solid enough. Just the fact that Rashawn Gary's here, it's tough to pass on, but at the same time, I gave him a huge offer and he didn't want it. There's already 3 teams ahead of us, and he has 0 interest, so it's just not going to happen. Do we consider Tremaine Edmonds? This would probably mean Troy Anderson's going to be out of the starting lineup. Do we shift our linebackers around to try to sign Tremaine Edmonds? I don't think so. I want to sign the 4 players that I'm going after and then trade for a running back, ideally. I guess we can also try to sign a punter. Let's go for Rigoberto Sanchez. I hope he's healthy enough to play this year. Give him 2 mil. Alright, before I do all this, I'm going to try and trade for a running back. Preferably someone that's doesn't already have a huge contract for the future. It's got to be like an upper 85 plus. It's not going to be Joe Mixon. Javonte Williams, maybe? Maybe. Nick Chubb's in a contract year. There's been some trade rumors on him in real life. That would help them free up $12 million. He is a 99. We do have 2 first-round picks also, and we have a lot of players under contract already. Nick Chubb might be in the realm of possibility for us. Jonathan Taylor already signed. That's not a bad team-friendly deal either, for as good as he is. Still have Zeke here. He's still an 87. I mean, he's not bad by any means. Jameer Gibbs, the Dolphins. Rashad Penny went to the Eagles. We still got Jamal for a year, Henderson for a year, Allgear for 2, and Harris still for 3. Barkley already signed. ETN would be similar to like Javonte Williams. I'm thinking we go for Nick Chubb, to be honest. And then we could sign him for like a 2 or 3 year deal. If we can't get Nick Chubb, maybe go for Aaron Jones. A little older, not as good. Also in a contract year. Could re-sign him for 2, 3 years for like 30 million maybe. But we have... Oh, Miles Sanders signed with the Patriots in this. We have ammunition to try to get Nick Chubb. Aaron Jones for a 3 year deal. If Chubb doesn't work. That's looking like the move. Rams need a running back badly. Devin Singletary on the Ravens. Like, there's some decent ones in free agency, but nothing really that much better than what we already have. Najee kind of falls in that Javonte Williams group. Derrick Henry already signed a new deal. He's a 93, and his contract's pretty expensive. Because I'm trying to think forward. Like, if Ridder develops and needs a huge contract, we can't pay everybody like 4 or 5 years plus down the road. Because we won't be able to trade, or we won't be able to sign Ridder long term. I think we can absorb Chubb. It's just going to be the question of can we actually trade for him. That's going to free up cap space for the Browns. We'll start with pick 16. I think that's fair for a 99 overall running back. Let's see where this gets us. That's decent. That's a decent amount. Let's throw in pick 48 first of all. This is gonna happen. We're gonna get Nick Chubb. All right. 2 pretty high picks for a running back, but he's a 99. You know what? Before I send this through, just to be a little cheap, let's offer 18 and 34. No. Okay, we'll offer 16 and 34. I'd like to keep 1 and first round pick if possible, so we'll give them somewhere in the mid round up to another second round pick, I think, is what it'll take. That's so close. It's gonna happen. It's working. It's working. Send a 7th. There you go. Maybe the 105 pick. So close. Okay. So it's going to go from 105 to 50, which means I need to get a pick back. Like your 3rd. Y'all are cheap. Give me 2 5s then. Since they don't have a 4. 3 or 4. There it is. We get Nicholas Chubb to be our running back. They get pick 16, a second, and a second. Nick Chubb to the Falcons. Now, something else I'm thinking, because now that we have Chubb, we don't really need all the extra running backs that we have. Watch them draft the running back, probably. Maybe they'll actually be smart and try to sign one now. He is trying to wear number 2. Bro, why? Something I think I want to do now is go ahead and trade Jamal. So we still have Harris for, I think, 3 more years. Henderson's not going to have that much trade value. And we still have Allgear as well. Remember that team that desperately needed a running back? I think it was the Rams. That's what I was thinking. Miami has Gibbs. Rams. I believe it was the Rams. And this is pretty much exactly what I was thinking with the 2-year deal for Williams. So this fits the timeline very well. We don't take a big cap hit, and we get a pick back. Possibly the second rounder. I would do this trade straight up. Maybe we can get another extra pick in there. Oh, they're over the cap. Well, it won't be the Rams. It won't be the Rams. The Ravens might bring back Dobbins, but they already signed Singletary too, so let's see where he could go and potentially start. What about the Lions? They have Madison and James Robinson. How about you go back to the Lions, my guy? Pick 36 is an early second rounder. Let's see if we can get this. I don't think there's any players I'd want though. Unless they want to give me Cooper Kupp, which I don't I don't expect that would go through very easily. Jamal and a 6 for their 2. Yeah. Alright. Thank you for your year, Jamal. Back to the Lions. You go. So this is pretty good running back depth. Chubb's not going to wear number 2. Yeah, I think that was a fine trade. Like after giving up those picks for Chubb to get a second rounder back was important. What number is he on the Browns? 24, right? Not 23. So, are we gonna get a receiver? I've still got that offer on Ayuk, right? So that would probably make London our wide receiver 3. I don't know if I want to give Ayuk a mega contract for like 6 years. Maybe I should edit that down. We're gonna have to pay Kyle Pitts. Our offensive line isn't gonna be very expensive for a long time. I took the offer off of Gary because we can survive with Davenport there for now. I do want a D tackle, but there really wasn't one in free agency. I think we can draft one. Linebackers are okay. We're going big after corner. I think that's smart. That's about it, other than try to get a punter. Go ahead and release Dom. The Dom. There's a greeter at my mire named Don. So whenever I walk in, I'm like, the Don. Not to him. I don't know how he would take that exactly, but he's also very old, and it's hard to understand him. He was saying something about the combine. The Colts needing a quarterback. I'm just like, yep, I agree. We do in fact need a quarterback. The Don, the King of New York. Shout out Bengals Giants franchise. The Don. Let's try to give him the 3-year contract that he wants. This way we can still maybe pay. You know what I would really love is like a 2-year deal with Ayuk. Let's see what he thinks of this. That's about what he thought of the other offers as well. Diggs, Gilmore, Ayuk, Chin, Rigoberto. Let's see what we get. What do we get? Holy cow. They almost all accepted. Diggs, Gilmore, Chin, and Sanchez are coming. They're coming. Ayuk still deciding. I know this isn't exactly what he wants, but I'd give him a little more. My thought is we get him for 2 years, he'll be gone, and then we can extend Drake London and Kyle Pitts both. And then we'll still have Hardman as well. Like, Ayuk's probably better long-term than Hardman, but this is a massive 2-year deal here we're offering him. And maybe we end up trading Hardman, I don't know. But I like this for Ayuk. Let's see, we got a punter. Oh, you know what? I wanted to sign a QB, but with the mentor tag, because Jalen Hurts goes to the Giants. Somehow Justin Herbert's still a free agent. Let's see, mentor. So Geno and Kirk Cousins are going to be too expensive, and Jimmy. They don't have to be good, they just have to have the mentor tag. Andy Dalton. Possibly. Matt Ryan does have the mentor. He's a 59 overall. I'm going to sign him for 2 years for $4 million. And then I don't think there's really anything else we need. Like IRL, like offensive line depth would be smart, but doesn't really matter. That's kind of all we need from free agency, I think. Let's try to get these last two guys. Still cannot get Ayuk. I'm afraid he's going to start getting more offers. But we got Matt Ryan back, wearing number 10. Because Jeremy Chin stole number 2. And Trayvon Diggs is number 13 for some reason. Okay. Do I offer him even more money for 2 years? I really want the 2-year deal now that I've thought about it. Yeah, I'm going to have to edit those numbers. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. The way this is going, I think I'm going to like do the draft and then probably it's going to be like 4 o'clock probably. So I'll try to get through the off season and then be done at that point. Yes, still the backup, definitely. Matt Ryan's back, and he's starting over Desmond Ridder as a 59 overall. We do get Ayuk for the 2-year deal, and he's wearing number 11. That will also have to change. But we're pretty much done with free agency now, I think. We've already got 55 players, and we still have a lot of draft picks, so... I don't know where do we have an excess of players at? I don't really think we do, but apparently we do. Let's look at the mock draft. Quinn Ewers to the Chicago Bears at number 1. Trade down again. DB room, I guess? Yeah. I mean, we signed 2 yeah, we did bring in some practice squad guys, I guess. Travion at pick 4. Spencer Rattler at 5. Sawyer down to 9. He was number 1 in the last mock. Worthy from Texas, okay. Yeah, I don't know a whole ton about the next class other than the guys that either like quarterback. Obviously, I know Bowers. Obviously, I know all the Ohio State players. And then, like, the guys that were going to declare this year but didn't declare. That will more than likely come out next year. That's about all I know for next year's class right now, so. I won't do another mock for 2024 until after the draft this year. Yeah. Yeah, our corner room is definitely more talented than last year, which is nice. Who's CB1? Terrell or Diggs? It's probably Terrell overall, but that's a close one. Kyle Pitts, 5th-year option, yes. I don't know if it's worthwhile. He barely saw the field. Fire that man. Fire that guy right now. He doesn't know what he's talking about. BRB, quick run. Alright. Pretty much just wrapping up free agency here, so I won't start the draft till you get back. Can look at the last mock draft here. Still Ewers at 1. That's crazy. He has everything. This draft is not maybe the most realistic, this draft class. What's his overall going to be? He's going to be better than Fields. Fields is going to be a backup to either Ewers or Caleb Williams. Whichever one goes at 1. Silly little draft class. And you know what? I didn't see Marvin Harrison. Is he in the draft class? I don't know. Rashawn Gary ends up going to the Chiefs. Sure. Sure he does. Great. We get Diggs, Jalen Hurts to the Giants, Justin Herbert to the Saints, Mike Evans to the Bears. There's Kenny Galladay 2.0 right there. Gabe Davis to the Giants. Ed Oliver to the Lions. Cam Akers to the Lions. Where did the running backs end up going? Swift to Tampa Bay. Dobbins to the Browns. It's a good signing after trading Chubb. And Dillon to the Bears. And then no one else got signed. Okay. How about the receivers? Tyler Boyd to the Titans. Alan Lazard to the Chiefs. Duvernay to the Vikings. I've got a Ravens rebuild on Madden 21 where Devin Duvernay became an X Factor from Star as a rookie. That was nice. Bills to the Titans. Williams to the Steelers. Gabe Jackson still going. Caleb McGarry going to the Cardinals. I don't know if they'd really be interested in a 6'6" lineman with Kyler Murray at quarterback, but I guess at right tackle maybe. Matamuke I had some interest in. He goes to the Saints. Clowney to the Eagles is interesting, kind of. Fletcher Cox to the Saints. That is weird. They also signed Maurice Hurst. Gross Matos to the Raiders. I could see that one in a year. Rashawn Gary. The Chiefs better not be able to get Rashawn Gary. That's crazy. Mykal Walker ends up going to the Bears. Edmonds to the Broncos. Bobby Wagner to the Ravens. Eric Kendrick. Patrick Queen to the Giants. Shaq Thompson to the Colts. Josh Uche to the Panthers. We get the top 2 corners on the market. That's nice. Okuda to the Saints. He's a nice player still, I feel like. He's star dev, 25 years old. Isaiah Rodgers unsigned, 26 but normal dev. I kind of briefly thought about McKinney, who could have slid over to play strong safety. And then I saw Chin, and I just... You know, they're both 26, and they're both star dev. They're both 83, but for some reason Jeremy Chin clicked in my head more than Xavier McKinney. Harrison Butker's available. Tommy Townsend available. Interesting stuff, man. We got some really good players. Kind of gave up on the idea of being able to get Rashawn Gary, but I like what we did there. And next up will be the draft. But until Mullet gets back, let's look through our jersey numbers. We gotta make some space on the roster too, because I need a D tackle. That's kind of it from the draft. Oh, we do have 4 quarterbacks now. I guess we gotta cut Ben Bonucci. Sorry, Ben. Back to the XFL with Ben. Sorry to get your hopes up, man. How was he still practice squad eligible, even? I don't know. Avery Williams. We don't need the money, but we do need roster spots. We have basically 4 running backs already, with Tyler at fullback. Wide receivers, we have 5. Let's change Ayuk's number. I don't feel like they'd give that out immediately. Maybe even retire it, not sure, but probably. You gotta retire Julio Jones' number for Atlanta, right? I would think. I'm not sure what we'll do. I think Drake London still could be wide receiver 1, and then Hardman in the slot. Or maybe we put Ayuk in the slot. The thing is, we have Hardman signed for 4 more years, and Ayuk's only on a 2. So if I can get Hardman's dev up, I would prefer to do that over Ayuk. Maybe we make Ayuk the number 1, London the number 2, and put him in the slot as a big slot guy, and then Hardman the number 3 option. Because the best one to get their dev up here would be Drake London. He's only 23. That's probably where we need to go, honestly. And then Anthony Schwartz. He's got future starter and trade target young on him. Let's try and trade him. Then we have Trey Palmer as our wide receiver 4. See if anyone's interested. And right away the Bears have yellow. Cardinals have green. Okay. Oh, but they're over the cap. I don't want any players back. Any other teams with green? The Eagles, and they have cap. Now, why does Philly want a receiver? They have A.J. Brown, they have Devonta Smith, they have Michael Thomas. Well, he'd be their wide receiver 4. Is that really worth having green interest in? They move on from Jalen Hurts to go to Jimmy Garoppolo, and they have Max Duggan as the backup. That is something else right there. Wow. See what we can get for Schwartz here. Maybe a 5. Unless this 4 goes through. Not even close. Okay, maybe a 6. Unless this 5 goes through. Yeah, I think we can get the 6 at least. It's better than a 7, you know. It's better than nothing, just cutting in. Otherwise. Tight end group's fine still. We do need a backup left tackle. Okay. Janoris Robinson may or may not make the team. Depending. Tonga may or may not make the team. You know what? I don't think Tonga's going to make the team. He also has trade target young, even though he's 28 years old. And he's a nose tackle. I feel like you can find a 28-year-old nose tackle surely without trading for one, but the Bills have interest, so okay. Since I'm... Oh wow, we get a 4 for Tonga. Okay. He was valued at 3 stars to them. Alright, you do you, Buffalo. Yeah, we have too many corners now, huh? We're gonna have to... Is Terrell gonna be a free agent? He's gonna need a big contract too. Okay. Oh, welcome back, Mullet. You're good. I'm probably gonna do the draft and then be done at that point. I think that's gonna be about time's up. Maybe Diggs takes a number in the single digits, like 3. That goes kind of hard, actually. Yeah, I think we move either Stevens or Melanfonu here. Stevens appears to be a better overall corner. And once again, Melanfonu, trade target young. 3, 1 less than 4. You couldn't see, but I held up 4 fingers like the meme. So they let Trayvon Diggs go, and now they're going to trade for Melanfonu. Okay. And we get a 4th round pick for him. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to trade off a little bit of our depth so that 1, we have roster spots, and 2, we have less bad players. Garrity has trade target young. Might as well. Yeah. Breaking news. Actual. Hardman 1-year deal with the Jets. Huh. Insert Brian Horse picture. Why would they do this? Maybe there's a possibility that they're going to be doing something else. That is interesting. He must have been on the Aaron Rodgers possible wish list options. Possibly. I don't know if we can get a pick for Garrity. No. We're going to have to find a better team with a lower pick. Like in the deep 200, like 220 from the Vikings here. That works. Because remember, we signed Chin. We have Hawkins as our backup safety. And then Young and Hall are just depth. Alright, Chin, we gotta change your number here. Falcons are hosting Calais Campbell this weekend. Huh. That is a very interesting one. Chin will give, what looks better, 20 or 29? I think 20. What do you think of the font on the newer Falcons jerseys, Mullet? It looks a little odd. It looks good, but it looks a little odd. Trey Flowers on a visit with the Falcons. Not as interesting as Calais Campbell there, but that is also a visit that is happening. I do not love the jerseys. Yeah, it's similar to the Colts font. The Colts also changed the jersey number font, and it looks kind of odd, too. I think Sanchez was number 8, which is Kyle Pitts, so. Right, well, I guess, let me ask you this. Should I do the draft now, or should I wait until next stream? It's 3:20. It could take me 20-30 minutes to do a full draft. We got our mentor. We got our lead running back. He's a beast. We're going to be really good next year, I have a feeling. Under 40 minutes. Well, I've changed everyone's jersey number now. I'm probably going to have to make some trades of our draft picks as well, because we don't need that many players. Here tomorrow as well, if you want to wait, or you can rush it now. Well, I don't want to rush. But there's not a lot of picks that we need either. We need like a defensive tackle and a backup left tackle. That's kind of it. I may wait because I probably want to tinker around with trading our draft picks. That doesn't mean I have to. I'm ending stream instantly. It's over. Nah, we don't have to end instantly, but let's take a look at the team as a whole here. We can look at our salaries as well. See who's going to need a new contract next year. Yes, this is looking better with Nick Chubb in there. Offensive line already looks better. Let's put... Yeah, I think I'm going to go with London as the #1 guy still. Or no, sorry. Ayuk's going to be the 1. London will be the 2 in the slot as a big slot guy. And then Hardman at 3. Still a good third option. We're going to run the football with Nick Chubb. We're going to throw 10-yard contested lobs to Kyle Pitts. We're going to move the ball down the field. A lot of picks, also a lot of guys you want to trade. Yeah, I think the player trades are kind of done. Because I traded some of our depth when you were gone. I traded Anthony Schwartz at receiver. And Tonga, the defensive tackle. And Melon Fonwu. And Garrity at safety. Yeah, every O-lineman is a star dev now. Jones and Warren, I forgot to mention this, they were revealed to have just star, of course. And then Hennessy had star. He just moved from right guard to left guard. I feel like Lindstrom could have superstar, but I mean, he's a 93 overall. And then Matthews still has star. It's a good looking offense. This is playing up with morale, I believe, but we've gone from a 78 when I took over to an 84 in just a year. And of course, getting Chubb was a big part of that for the offense. And Ayuk. And on defense, we had Jeremy Chin, we had Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore, 3 superstar corners, 1 superstar safety, and Chin, who's a star only, but still an upgrade over Hawkins, who we did keep as well. Linebacker and D-tackle here with Graham, still the weak point of the team. I don't think there's going to be anything we can do this year about linebacker in the draft, but we can do something about this D-tackle spot for sure. That may even be another trade potentially, because we have the cap space. We're not paying Ridder anything for 2 more years at least. Like, we can look at the defensive tackles in this class, but if I could trade for like DeForest Buckner or something, you know, I would probably prefer to do that, even if it's only a rental for a year or 2. The oversized edge guys. Damon Payne. Bring the pain! JT could play defensive tackle, I guess, but probably not. Any power? All these guys are run stoppers. Not a single power rusher in the bunch. Here's one. Lloyd Johnson out of Notre Dame. Projected to be an undrafted guy. Damon Payne is a name that goes hard. He could be there at our first round pick, which apparently you can't see anymore where your picks are. That used to be a thing. Now it is not. Yeah, what's he looking like? Maybe he's worth taking at 16 or 18, whatever we have. A power move. Block shed's probably a B. He's got a lot of notes, which means a lot of traits. 36 reps at the combine. Pretty good athlete. Poor acceleration among defensive tackles is kind of bad. And poor speed. not saying draft him. He sounds like a guy that would Jadeveon Clowney the heck out of you. I wonder what, oh gosh, what's his first name? I can't think of Payne on the Commanders. What's his name? Darren Payne. Deron Payne. Deron Payne. I know he signed a big contract in real life just recently. Him and was it Derek Brown already that signed? Or maybe no, it was maybe Quinnen Williams. Some of the D tackles just got paid a lot. Maybe related Darren and Damon, possibly. Is he from Bama too? Wasn't he from Bama? Oh yeah, Bama. Maybe he is. He probably is. He might be the guy. Now, it would suck if he's only like a 74 and only normal dev. That would be kind of sad. But he is only 21 years old. That's probably the target that we want to get. I'll put him on my favorites list. Other than that, like, what do we really need? We don't need a QB. We have 3 of them. We don't need a running back. Sorry, Travion. Sorry, Will Shipley. We need a fullback. No, not really. Damon and Deron Payne has many things in common, including their names. However, it is interesting to note that the duo are not related. Oh, okay. Well. We're wrong. Yeah, where's Marvin Harrison? Is he low in this draft class as well? Yeah. Do we do the same thing with Marvin here? Do we snag him as our wide receiver 4 and just develop him for 2 years behind Ayuk, London, and Hardman? Possibly. We don't have 2 first-round picks anymore, but if he falls, possibly. Tight ends, I mean, we're not going to use 2 tight ends in the sim. You saw Irv Smith only had like 4 catches, so it'd be nice to add Brock Bowers, but not with Kyle Pitts already. I moved Kyle Pitts to wide receiver one time. His overall went down considerably, but he's also basically Calvin Johnson, and he has X Factor, so that's a. You know what you could do is you could put Kyle Pitts in the slot, and every time it would put him in the slot, it would put Brock Bowers at tight end, I think. So maybe that's something to consider. Probably not this rebuild, but okay. Steve Avila is in this class, and he's at center. That should not be the case. And Olu shouldn't be here either, actually. This draft class stinks. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. I'm giving you guys free SpongeBob quotes right now. Not even paying points. Stuff. I mean, we could also consider JT Tuimalu if he's there. He probably wouldn't start as a rookie, though. And we should probably consider Tyleik Williams if he was there. Even if he's a run stopper, he would be higher overall than anybody else we have, probably. Dallas Turner is going to be the Will Anderson of next year's draft class. He's probably going to be a top 5 pick. Yanni Karloftis. Jeremiah Trotter I like. With Clemson. Maybe we will need to add a linebacker. Like if Troy Anderson still hasn't gone up to star dev by next year, it's likely just not going to happen with him, unfortunately. Scooby. Florida likes their undersized. Well, really the whole SEC. They like their undersized pass rushers. Okay name. Yeah, the Scooby's cool, and then Williams. Denzel Burke would have been nice if we didn't just sign 2 superstar corners. Don't really need a safety. Don't need a kicker or punter. So these are the players I will consider with our first and or second pick. I'm guessing all of them will be gone by our second pick. But I think if we're going to keep our picks, I think Damon Payne's probably the guy that we want in the first round to be our number 2 defensive tackle. Now here's one last bit of housekeeping though. We have 49 players on the team, so we can only make 4 picks, which means I need to dump some of these draft picks. And I'll probably opt to get future picks as opposed to trading up at all. I don't think we need to trade up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got a lot of picks to move. Let's see if we can get a future 2 out of these picks. Maybe a team that's already pretty good. Like Cincy, who's already given us their draft class this year, basically. Future 2, not quite. So maybe an early 3 then, like Chicago has been bad. Early 3. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Saw 42 million in cap space, by the way. Oh, Mullet, I don't know if you saw this one part. The Chiefs ended up signing Rashawn Gary. So I believe we'll be seeing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl every year. That usually happens anyway, but let's take the Bears' 4th round pick as well. Alright. Yeah. That's what's going to happen with the tags. It's like, okay, the Chiefs have Mahomes, they win a lot, they're going to win Super Bowls. All the free agents that have an aspiration to win a championship are going to look at the Chiefs. Which does make sense, but also, like, where they get that money from, you know? Alright, you know what? I've got my team set, I've got my picks set. Let's just do the draft, and I think I'll end after that. It shouldn't take very long. And it'll be a nice way to wrap up the day. To the draft. We got our 4 draft picks.
The Chicago Bears are on the clock now.
I'm going to be sad to see the Bears take a QB here, but they probably will.
Next up, the Commanders are on the clock.
And this will probably be
It's the
Caleb
New
Williams.
Orleans
Yeah.
Saints now on the clock.
I'm probably not going to use this draft class again.
It's the Atlanta Falcons now on the clock.
Alright, let's see Damon Payne. Brock Bowers available. Damon Payne is still available. Who got drafted? We had 5 players. Oh, was it no? Who else did we have here? Oh, it was Tyreek Williams. That's fair. Alright, Damon. Might be slightly early to take him, but he's 21. He's got A-power moves. He put up 36 reps. He's strong enough to play D-tackle. Yeah, I forgot this. His acceleration is poor for left ends, not for defensive tackles in this class. So it makes sense that he would be having slower acceleration than pass rushers at left end. We're going to take Damon Move him to D-tackle.
The Houston
He does have hidden
Texans
dev.
are now on the clock.
71 speed is fine. 88 strength is pretty good. He looks like a fine athlete. Hidden dev is great. We'll see the rest of his ratings post-draft. Now the focus is Marvin Harrison Jr. If he slides, I'll take him. We have an early second rounder. I don't think I want to trade up. I don't think we need to trade up for anybody.
The Atlanta Falcons are now on the clock.
Talia will now replace Jalen Hurts over Jimmy G, probably. Yeah, I'm curious to see the overalls in this class. Let's see if any of our... Marvin is still available. He only has C catching. Compared to other receivers in this rookie draft class, he only has C catching. I don't care. Maybe this is the same draft class, Mullet. I don't know how, but he ran 4.4 flat. And here he is in the second round. I don't know, man. Could be. Same guy made one on PS4 and PS5, maybe. We'll take him.
With the next selection, the New York Jets.
Yeah. I think there's a possibility we trade Mecole Hardman next year and go with 3 big bodies. London, Marvin, and Ayuk. That's crazy. Marvin Harrison, second round.
With
Looks like a good pick.
The Falcons are on the clock.
I agree. That is a bummer for, I forgot his name already. Trey... I can never remember dude's name for some reason. Palmer? Where do I rank him on my receiver board? Wherever he ranks, he should probably be higher. Oh, he's 13th on my board. Okay. Yeah, he ran 4.33 at the combine. It's pretty good. All my favorites are gone. We need a backup left tackle. That's kind of all we need still. Wyatt Millum is the only pass protector option. And he's a first to second round guy. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. There's also Kingsley. Were they both from BYU? No, West Virginia. Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. Explodes. Kingsman spoilers. We'll take Wyatt.
Seattle Seahawks are now on the clock.
He's fine. Backup left tackle. Just normal dev, so probably not a starter. Long term, but second round, good tackle depth, that's fine. And for our final pick, we go to the 4th. We go to the 4th. There we go. Wow. A 4th round fullback to the Raiders. What position do I take here is a good question, because there's not really anything left that we need. As I see J.K. Johnson up there with first to second round grade. It could be him. Could consider another defensive lineman, edge or interior. Could look at linebackers as well. Like, I want Troy Anderson to work out, but he seems kind of capped at being a linebacker 3 option. A lot of undersized guys, like extremely undersized. Brandon Jennings. Not loving the look of the linebackers, to be honest. Okay, let's look at D-line. Wow, this guy's F block shed. Oh, well, he's undrafted talent, no wonder. Maybe we just trade this final pick? Could still take J.K. Johnson. Find a spot for him. Develop him with Eli Ricks at the bottom of the corner depth chart. I think we'll do that, because there's nothing we really desperately need. There's really nothing we need at all, to be honest. Unless I want to just add some running back depth. Which, again, doesn't seem to be great options. More receiver depth, I don't think is necessary. Oh, there's Trey Palmer again. There's Jaleel Billingsley and Justin Shorter. Why are these guys here, man? They're in the previous draft class. I think we're just going to take Johnson. Call it a day. Hope for hidden dove. No.
The Houston Texans.
On the clock now. I don't know why that guy's so loud. Alright. That'll do. That'll do it. Not a bad draft, I don't think. We'll see the overalls, but we got our D-tackle 2 with hidden dev. We got Marvin with hidden dev. Backup left tackle, backup corner, depth. We traded those late and mid-round picks for future picks. We got exactly 53 players and still a lot of cap space. I'm okay with that draft. So first of all, let's go in order. Let's see our defensive tackle. Keeping in mind he's a... Where is he? Ooh, 73. Get your party out of here, Faf. I don't want it. 9-8 season incoming. Yeah, true. Madden Sim, let's go. Woo. He is a 75. He becomes a power run stopper, but he is a 74 power rusher. He should be able to become a scheme fit after like one upgrade or maybe two. You know what? Let's give him a more realistic looking face as well. He's going to be a starter. He might as well look like an actual human being. You know what I'm thinking of is this one. There we go. David Payne. That's just a good name. Then who's Marvin was next, right? We got Marvin, who's gonna take Calvin Ridley's 18. I believe he has the same face as somebody else I gave the same face to. Was it one of our linemen? Yeah, Carter Warren. How about a different face for Marvin here? He's a 76. Scheme fit. That's crazy. That's crazy that he was there still. Don't want to see his development yet. Let's go with that one. That's a heck of a receiving group. Considering what you guys have right now in real life is Drake London and then Mac Hollins. Adding Hardman, Ayuk, and now Marvin Harrison's pretty good additions, I'd say. And even Trey Palmer. After that was... oh, the left tackle. Forgot. This guy's a 70. Okay. Oh yeah, Johnny Smith too. You're right. Wide receiver Johnny. I think he'll be used kind of like a... If they're smart and they use him to the best of his abilities, I think he'll be used kind of like... I don't want to say a fullback, but like Kylan Granson with the Colts got a lot of targets in the last 2 years. That's kind of like a halfback, either out of the backfield or... Not trying to change this guy's skin tone, but if you click on skin tone 2, it just doesn't go to 2. It's a weird glitch. Yeah, Pitts, he should be lining up all over the field. That's true. Johnny, a more traditional tight end spot. He currently is not. I think they might bring him back still, but not at the moment, no. Our final pick was J.K. Johnson, who was a 71. So he's already a little better than Ricks. He's a better athlete. His coverage is actually worse in press, though, so both he and Ricks need some development. We might as well keep Stevens on the roster, too. He'll just play special teams. We got 53 players. It's not like we need to go out and... It's not like we need more draft picks, you know. We got plenty of those. Give him his face. And that is our draft. 4 decent players, to be honest. Zacchaeus was a wee little man. A wee little man was he. So we got Payne a 75, Marvin a 76, Millum a 71, and Johnson a 72. Around the league, Quinn Ewers is a 75, and then Caleb Williams is a 77. I'm guessing Justin Fields is still a higher overall than Ewers. So... Nice pick. Travion Henderson at 479. Tied for the best player with Brock Bowers. To the Rams. That's a nice pick. James Williams in the 2nd round of the Eagles. That's a really nice pick. Yeah, this class looks a little strange. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see all the QBs overalls. Rattler's a 73. Talia's a 73. Slovis is a 70 to the Chargers. Casey Thompson's only a 65. Drake May in the 3rd round's only a 64. Yurkovich. Who are you? Seth. From Memphis. I don't know who that is even. Sam Heward. Jackson Dart. Ty Thompson. JJ McCarthy. Preston Stone. Luke Wentz. Man. Interesting group of quarterbacks. Interesting group. Alright, well, that will pretty much do it. We got our team through a full season, went 9-8. Had a pretty good off season, I'd say. We got some stud corners coming in. Matt Ryan with a big upgrade here. He's ready to compete to be the starter again. Two accuracy deep. He's coming. Didn't you also get Chubb in your Ravens rebuild? He was on the one of the thumbnails, but that was because the Browns blew us out in a playoff game, I believe. overall, same as his age. Yeah, he's almost a 40 overall. Yeah, do we have... I think Dobbins was the start. That was probably one of my problems, is I didn't get a running back better than Dobbins, to be honest. And also, I put my eggs in the Kayvon Thibodeau basket. Gosh, remember when I liked Kayvon Thibodeau before he stomped and did snow angels on Nick Foles' convulsing body? Those were simpler times back then. Simpler times. So here's the offense, 85 overall, defense is an 83. He can stub his toe in the corner of the bed, step on a Lego. Big Meanie. Big Meanie. That should be his real nickname. No more. Hashtag Team Kayvon. True. Papa is basically the same overall as Michael Walker, so I think that worked out, letting him go. Secondary looks awesome. Sorry to Hawkins, but I think that was a necessary move. The D-line still doesn't look amazing, but like Arnold had 12 sacks last year. And the linebackers also don't look amazing. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. Can't solve everything at once. Ooh, Marvin Harrison is a 90 kick returner. That's something. Okay. That's something. Gilmore in the nickel. This looks pretty good. Except for Hawkins. That should be Troy. Running backs look fine. Put London in the slot. Big slot. But the rebuild's still centered around this man. I think he started as a 68. So he's gone up a few. He's got star dev. You know, he doesn't absolutely need to get to X Factor, but I hope he does at some point throughout this rebuild. He is now the 33rd ranked QB headed into the season. He's almost good enough to be a starter at 25. Almost. He'll get there. So, to wrap up for the stream, I guess, I think I'll post this on YouTube, even though I haven't posted in like a year. But once again, Mullet, happy birthday. Thanks for everyone else that popped in and wished Mullet a happy birthday. Happy birthday day in advance to Kendrick. I'll stream again. I'll try to stream again tomorrow. Yep, no problem. Jets traded Elijah Moore to the Browns? Really? That's smart for the Browns. That's a little unusual for the Browns. To do something smart. Elijah Moore and their 3rd round pick for the Browns' 2nd round pick. That is a steal. And then I just see a video of Gardner Minshew ready to get to work with the Colts. We got our guy. It's Gardner Minshew. Yeah, that's a nice trade for the Browns. They also could have just signed Mecole Hardman, but I don't know. That's a trade up of 32 spots for the Jets. That pick could be going to the Packers for Aaron Rodgers too, by the way, so we'll see. Alright, good stream, good rebuild for the Falcons going. I promise to actually continue this rebuild and not cut it off like the previous couple iterations of the Mullet Falcons rebuild I've done. Alright, Mullet. have a good rest of your birthday. Thank you for watching the stream. Goodbye and good day. R.I.P.